sound over too. Alright guys, so in this video I'll show you guys hey guys, so in this video I'll show you guys how weapons work in our game, along with how to pick up, use and drop weapons as well using scripts. So we'll go ahead by going to make games, and we're going to create a new game. I'll just use the blank template again, and then let's use I don't know, this tile set, and we're going to create a game. Alright, and then let's play the game just to see what it looks like. Alright guys, so I'm in the game right now, and I have a weapon that I can shoot, and I can drop it by pressing G, and then I can pick it up by pressing E button, and I can shoot the weapon by using left click. So let's talk about each one of these abilities, we call them, and yeah, just really dissect into how exactly they work. So let's talk about using item first. So I can use the item by left clicking, right? And I can continue using it by holding the left button. So let's see how it works in the script. So this is the game, and so now the player unit. So the player unit has a bunch of key bindings, and you can see that we have a left click, which if I'm pressing the left click button, then it runs an ability called start using item, and if I let go of the mouse button, then it executes an ability called stop using the item. So let's take a look at what that ability looks like. So we're gonna go under abilities section, and then we have the start using item and stop using item. And what they do is, if you click on them, what happens is that when this ability happens, or when this ability runs, it's going to run the script with the same name, start using item. And same thing for stop using item, it's going to run a script named stop using item. Now we're going to go into scripts tab, and you can see that we have the scripts here, start using item and stop using item. So if you click on start using item, you can see that it runs an action. It has an action that says use the item that's held by the last casting unit, which is going to be the unit that's, again, as it says, casting the ability continuously until stopped. So when I click on the mouse button, left mouse button, it's going to just continue firing the weapon. And if I let go of the mouse button, then it's going to run the stop using item script, which will stop using the item that's held by the last casting unit, so the unit that's casting that ability. So that's how using item works, and as you can see here, again, you can shoot the weapon. So let's take a look at how you can drop an item. So if you press G button, then it drops the weapon, right? Let's see how that works. So going back to the environment and looking at the unit types on the key bindings, if I press G, only when the key is pressed down, it's going to run the ability drop item. And when you're releasing the key, it doesn't do anything. So let's take a look at drop item ability. Drop item ability, it also runs the script with the same name, drop item. So let's look at the script, drop item, there. So all it does is it makes the last casting unit drop all of its items. And then same thing happens with, or similar thing happens with the picking up items. So if you press E, then it picks up an item, and let's see how that works. So again, under abilities, there's a pick up item, which runs the script, pick up item, and here's the script, pick up item. So what this does is it checks for all the entities within the bounds of the last casing unit. So what that means is every unit has a bound, or boundaries, where there's a little square around them. You can't see it, but there's a small boundary, and what it does is it checks for all the other entities within the boundary. And then right now you can see that the gun is overlapping the unit, so it's inside the boundary. And it checks for all the entities that's within the boundary, and then so it loops through every entity. If there's like, for example, if there's like 5 items that's underneath the unit, then it's going to loop through all those 5 items. Okay, and it checks for the type of the entity, and it makes sure that that entity that's within the boundary is an item, not like a unit or projectile or something else you release. And it also makes sure, so there's a condition to make sure that it's an item, and then it also checks if the item has an owner. So it says false equals to owner of selected entity exists. So that's a Boolean condition, right? So let me just go into that here. Yeah, so it's a Boolean comparison. So it checks for if the item has the owner, and only if it's ownerless. So if it's false that it has the owner, so only if it does not have the owner, then we are going to execute make last casting unit pick up the selected entity, which is the item that's inside the loop for selecting all entities that's within the boundary of the last casting unit. So that's how picking up item works. Hold on, what's going on here? Am I dead or something? Something happened while I was looking. Seems like there might be some sort of bug. I'm not quite sure. No. Yeah, so I'm picking all these items, but it seems like it's making me pick up multiple of them. So I got like 5 of them. I guess I'm dropping all of them at the same place. That's why I only see one gun. They're all overlapping. Oh, I see what he's doing. He's just buying a bunch of guns and he's dropping them. Okay. Yeah, so I dropped like 5 guns as you can see. So anyways, that's how different abilities and picking up items, using items, and stuff like that works. Let me know if you have any questions. Leave them in the comment section and I'll make sure to check them. Thanks for watching, guys.